18 of the RCS PTM 1 Term 3 screencasts. So now hopefully you'll have your name, your letters on the screen with some dimensions on them, something similar to this. So we're going to add in a title block. So if you look into the Dims and Notes tool palette, and you might need to scroll down a little bit, but down somewhere in the middle is title block border tool. In the preferences here, or the drop down here, actually the drop down is probably an easier place to do it. The drop down here, I've chosen Spotlight title blocks and Spotlight simple title block here, because I don't need a whole load of information. I just want to put my name on it and the date and things like that. So I'm going to select that and then just click anywhere, and it'll give us this title, this border and this title block here. All of this is editable, as you might expect. So by as long as you click on it and go into title block border settings in the object info palette, then we can do a couple of things and neaten this up a little bit that has some information. I can't edit any of this at the moment until I click convert to unstyled. The borders around the outside looked a bit fat to me, so we can just do 5. It'll understand millimeters. That's fine there. Don't want any zones and grids, so we can just get rid of that. The title block is in the bottom right. It's a little big, so I'm going to make it like 0.75 there, which should shrink it down. I was just double checking the size there. That probably looks pretty good. I think if you double click it, you'll go back into the title block border settings, so that's quite good. Didn't know that. Again, shouldn't be doing these things without testing them out, so that's how crazy I am. So the idea of the project name is the overall project, so PTM1 classes, and you can have the project name which will exist across all of your sheet layers. So you can have one project called you know, the show, and then your sheet layers will show kind of the specifics. There's a sheet layer of the drawings of the flats, of the sheet layer of the lighting, or the sheet layer of the stage machinery or something like that. So the project name there we can put in project 1 classes. The sheet data, this kind of sheet title, will be well, let's just leave it as Steve because that's what it is. The date can take today's date. It's already got the scale there. Drawn by is kind of sometimes useful as well. So OK that, and that should pop in this stuff. The CAD file name has taken the name of what we called the project when we started it. TASK2, I think it was back several screencasts ago. I don't know, I'm going a bit mad here. Okay, so we now have our border with our information on it, the date, we've got the scale, so that's important, scales here. So the next thing we want to do is going to export that as a PDF, and that'll be the final thing in this little series. So we're going to go to, we're always exporting the PDF here, so again remember that the design layer remains back here, doesn't matter about that, that's still there. What we're looking at is the sheet layer here, which is our scaled. This sheet layer has a viewport on it. I'll keep going over that again. The viewport has a scale which is referenced here. We could have multiple viewports on this. If I move that out of the way, if I duplicate that and I make that viewport 1 to 50, you see they shouldn't have done it with the annotations because that doesn't make sense. It's not going to, it's still got the same numbers, but it's all just a bit eggy. But you can get the idea that we've got multiple viewports of the same drawing. Okay, so the original design layer hasn't changed at all. I've just got a new view of it in a different scale. So I could, again, this will make more sense when we get into 3D and we can look at the front, the top, the back, the left, the right, the isometric of the 3D, a single 3D object. This is where we're going with this. So anyway, I've got my viewport, my scaled viewport on my A4 sheet there. So I now go to File, Export, PDF, and I'm going to just probably leave everything here. I'm just going to export as a PDF and export. And what should happen is it will export it and then launch it. I'm on a Mac, so I'll save it. Save it to the desktop. Save. And there we have our PDF, scaled PDF. If I sent that to a printer just now, it would be exactly, I'd be able to take a scale ruler to it and take dimensions off it. But because we've dimensioned it well, then there's really no reason. It's much better to be sending these PDFs with the information that we need on them out to people rather than sending the full Vectorworks program. So make sure your sheet there has a border, has a title block on it, export it as a PDF, and then send me the PDF via the email which you all have, and I'll look forward to receiving them. And then we'll move on, after I've received all these, to 3D stuff.